one sec. How's it going out there? We're gonna wait a few minutes. I got all our friends logging in.
That's
Perfect.
Awesome.
What a beautiful Friday we are blessed with today.
I'm wearing my United Way jacket.
Oh, look at that. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
It's my little blue here.
That is cute. I don't know that I've ever seen you wear that.
Yeah. Oh, I wear it on Fridays a lot. Or on my days when I can wear jeans, which today I can wear jeans.
See?
So it's your Friday denim.
You two will laugh at this. I'm sure others who are logging in will hear this. So I get dressed up every day. I Heather knows this. I curl my hair. I get fully ready. And I'm like, whoo. And he goes, who are you dressing up for? I can see the people today. There's Laura and Kelsey.
Yay!
Awesome. Good morning, Kai.
Good morning. Oh, look at all these folks.
Welcome.
Happy Friday. Oh, look at all these folks. It's so fun. I love it. This is the best day of the week, isn't it?
It is.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. We made it.
Marie, yes, and Amy.
We made it. We made it.
I know.
I'm glad.
Good morning.
Last time I couldn't see all that, so that's really cool.
We're moving up in the world.
We are.
Third time's the charm. Well, so today is Coffee with Carole and Heather with our special guest, Julie Majori.
Hello.
We love having guests. Okay, Julie, you're our first guest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're the inaugural kickoff with a guest.
Oh, sweet.
Julie.
And where are you coming from? Tell everybody where you're sitting.
I'm in the conference room at dis.com, right next door to you guys usually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Julie, did we say this already? Julie's our board member.
I am.
A board member of ours and a friend of ours. But yeah.
Going into my second year now.
Yeah.
And she's, thank goodness, the secretary of the board and takes lovely minutes so that Heather doesn't have to do it anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I can't see the torch to you.
So I'm good with that.
So, I want to start off this morning by sharing our coffee cup. So who wants to go first?
I do.
Oh, yeah. So what are you drinking today?
To give a shout out to Dorothy from Workplace Wellness. She comes here and provides yoga for anyone and everyone at dis.com. Fantastic lady.
Way to go, Dorothy.
Shout out.
Dorothy. I love a good yoga class.
And then I wanted to shout out to our favorite movement specialist, Megan Poole, and she's from 416 Pilates. And if you guys, you two, I got you two on the spot right now. If you two have not come to see her studio yet, you need to. It is fantastic. You will get addicted to Pilates. I love yoga and Pilates so much, but like last night I was scheduled for a yoga class at 5, and at 5:35, I'm playing with my grandkids and realized I blew off the class. And it was one of those days where I just wanted to namaste in bed. I'll show myself out.
That's hilarious.
I'm good.
Well, we're glad that you're joining us and that you didn't stay in bed. That could be a fun episode, though, where we're having our coffee in bed.
Coffee in bed, yeah.
Well, we can do whatever we want.
I'm glad you shared about Megan Ewell from 416 Pilates, because Megan is one of our iPledge supporters, and she's been trying to get us into the movement studio forever. And she said she would do a virtual one for us.
Yeah.
And so as a staff, maybe we'll have to just say, let's do a special moment away from work and do some movement and, you know, self-care. And that would be great.
Yeah.
I know Megan's not on the call or on the line right now, but we're going to have to make sure we tag her later and say, hey,
we'll bring her on for coffee one day.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
So, oh shoot, I lost my train of thought, but that's okay. So how long have you been going? That's what I wondered. How long have you been doing it for?
Yoga, I started about 7 or 8 years ago. I quit smoking and I just wanted to take up something.
Yeah.
Because this body doesn't like to run, so I'm not going to do any running. So I took up yoga and I really, really liked it.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to pick up something other than that. And that's when I met Megan, thanks to you guys. I met her at Star 105.5 that day.
Yeah.
And I just like connected with her, and she's like, come out and see my studio. And I did. And so I am addicted to Pilates. I do really like it. I have to take more classes at her place because I'm kind of just in with the reformers right now. And, you know, your body can do all sorts of things. So far I've just done the reformer and yoga at her place, but there's so many different classes. And yeah, you guys, you'll love it. You'll get addicted to it too. You'll see.
I totally could do Pilates because I don't like to sweat. So I would like to just lay somewhere and move my legs and arms and stretch, but not necessarily be
and you work muscles you don't even know you have.
Yeah.
And 2 days later,
sore.
Yeah, but it's a good sore. And Megan is just so full of life that even all the women that she's been hiring to instruct other classes, they're just phenomenal. They're all upbeat. So you don't realize that you just did 100 reps of something, you know, because it's all fun. I can't believe I'm seeing exercise is fun. Who am I?
I know, that's great.
Well, we need that these days to keep our mental health. Patrick White's on, Heidi's on, Marie, Amy, Katie.
Hi,
good morning.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Good morning.
Carole, what
Thanks
mug
for
do you have?
joining.
What mug do you have?
Okay, so I intentionally selected this because I think this is my reflection of how I feel about Coffee with Carole and Heather. Heather is a fabulous friend and United Way champion, and Julie as a beautiful neighbor to our United Way and somebody that we've gotten to know. And so I brought a big mug that says, I love you big time. And it is literally this huge mug.
I love it.
I know. And then I know we're gonna get into a serious conversation later, but it also made me think of Jimmy and his love for his mom and how you have just shined the light on that whole situation. And although it's really sad, it's been a great story to share. And so I just thought, you know what, let's
That's
think about
awesome.
it.
I love it.
So I love you guys big time, and I love the
That's
coffee
so
and
fun,
Carole and
Carole. That's
Heather
awesome.
and
That's a lot of coffee.
I know. Well, and I'm drinking water because right before this, I had to run to the dentist office. I was texting Heather and was like, oh my gosh, I'm running to the dentist office. I have to have an emergency root canal on Monday or Tuesday, but nobody can get me in yet. So we're not sure if that's going to happen. Because I have an issue going on in my mouth that just started Tuesday. So they suspect that the root on my tooth is dead and it's causing the issue. So I'm not in any pain. So I'm drinking water, not coffee.
Wine would help too. Don't ever discard wine. That will help your tooth.
Okay,
that will. Or whiskey, whatever you're thinking. Well, so mine says, look at this. Isn't this perfect?
Yes.
Thankful. Isn't it great? So my college roommate sends us a fall box every year.
Oh,
shout out to Jen and L'Oreal. And there's like pumpkin spice pancake mix or, you know, fun things from like fun stores. And so this year I got this.
That's so cool.
I thought, what better way to kick off today than that? Because Thanksgiving's right around the corner.
Yes. I love that.
Cheers, ladies.
So cheers to you, ladies. We'll hold up our mugs. These are so fun. I know I have so many mugs that I love that I can share.
I love that Laura Patera said that the mug is bigger than my head. It is really big. I think I don't even know where this came from. One of our boys probably gave it to us for Christmas or something. Anyway.
Well, so that brings us to a really great point is we thank Conscious Cup, who is local coffee company. They have a store or a shop in Crystal Lake and Cary.
Right.
Right. And so this weekend is a sponsor of our Coffee with Carole and Heather. I'm just going to pull this up on my phone as I usually do. You download the Joe app on your phone, and it will pull up your local coffee shops, select Conscious Cup. And if you do, you get 10% off your drink. You do a mobile order this weekend with the code UNITED. There's their little building right there. So you just have to download the app if you don't already have it, put your mobile order in Saturday or Sunday, and then you get 10% off your order. A nice little way to say be thankful and have your coffee this weekend as you're out prepping and going to the store for all your Thanksgiving needs. Or
get some coffee and then go back home and
namaste in bed. So thanks to Conscious Cup who's supporting us. It's always good to support people in these times, right?
Thank you.
Yes. Shout out to them. So, and then also it's $5 Friday. Oh, what is that? Yeah, I love everybody put their hand up.
I always do that. I don't know why. I'm kind of like $5,
$5
Friday.
So every Friday, if you text to give, if you text and you look on the bottom of your screen, fundraising Friday to the number, type in the number 44321 on your phone and then text fundraising Friday. If you donate $5, $10, your best gift you're thankful for having payday today, whatever the case may be, you can be entered to win our next prize. So this is the prize we're giving away for December 4th.
Sweet.
Just in time for, you can't see me, just in time for the holidays.
Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah. How awesome.
Old-fashioned sleigh ride. So this could be yours. You want to text to donate today, $5, $10, $200.
All right. Very nice.
So definitely check that out. We had a winner from last week, and because I'm at home, I forgot all the good stuff. But the person who texted last week, or the people, we put them in a little dish, and I drew a name this morning, and they win some United Way merchandise. So a cool gray bag and a cool United Way journal. And actually, I see the person is on today. So shout out to Katie Hennessy, who won the United Way merchandise. Thank you for texting to give. Katie, who's a supporter of ours and a friend of our United Way, always volunteers to help us out for things.
That's awesome.
Congrats to Katie.
Woohoo.
Congrats.
So that's awesome. I wonder if she's on still, but good luck, Katie, with your United Way stuff. We'll get that to you. So again, I want to welcome special guest Julie. So many people, and Carole, you can jump in here too. So many people are always wondering about like where our donations go. If we donate, what does that mean? Because we're mainly a fundraising organization. We don't necessarily provide direct service. And so, but we have the beauty of having stories to share of people who've been touched by our United Way. And Julie is one of those people. She's a friend of ours. She's a board member, but she also has a really cool story. And we thought it was a great idea to have Julie on just to showcase, how your donations in the community work and how you can be touched by our United Way. And so without further ado, we can introduce Julie Majori. And Julie actually spoke at our kickoff, and everyone was so moved. And that's one of the things that really stuck with me. And I thought would be great to have her on today if she was willing to share her story with us. So, Julie.
Thank you guys. Thanks for letting me come on here. I always do like to share my story about my son, because although it wasn't necessarily a happy story, my son is helping me do bigger and bigger things like this. And so that's just it. So if we take it back a step at the moment, United Way helped me years ago as a single mom. They put me in the direction of the food pantries and so many different things like that I needed that I didn't realize was out there in my community. Mm-hmm. And then when my son got hurt and became addicted to pain pills that I was unaware of, his addiction grew, and it grew way out of control. And again, I turned to United Way. At the time, it was Dave Barber, and I called him and said, Dave, I'm calling you as a mom right now. I need help. I don't know where to turn to get my son some help. And it was at the point where my son wanted some help. So through some phone calls and things, United Way was able to help me get in the direction of getting my son on the road to recovery. And I got him into an addiction center, as well as we got to go to the correct counselors that we needed, all this. Even counseling that helped me and my husband understand, why is this addiction better than or heavier than our family? Why can't he just stop? Why can't he just be with our family? Well, we come to learn that it's a disease. And unfortunately, this disease took my son in May of 2018. He became my butterfly angel. But through this, my son was always open with me. He was like, we could talk about anything. And that's why he understood that he could not come to our house as long as he was using, and he decided to stay away. And that broke my heart, thinking that he'd rather use than be with his family. And it wasn't that at all. It was just that it's an addiction, it's a disease, and he was fighting it. And so every year on his birthday, I would get him socks and underwear. They all need it. And I asked him one day, what's the hardest part about not living at home and, maybe living homeless or living under a bridge? And he said, you know what, Mom? He said, everybody from time to time poops themselves. He said, so we all need socks and underwear. And he said, you don't always get that stuff at the shelters. He said, so just keep sending it to me on my birthday and Christmas. And, he was really open with me like that. And we always joked around a lot. And so the first Christmas after he died, I'm still buying him socks and underwear. That's what I buy for him, for my son. And so my husband and I decided to create Jimmy's Project, which is where anybody that wanted to drop off gently used socks, new underwear, t-shirts, from little boys all the way up, because it's not just about the drug addiction or anything. There's families that maybe have lost their house or have been in a fire or something. They have nothing, and they're going to these shelters with nothing but the clothes on their back. Everybody can use these undergarments. And so that's what we're doing, is we're collecting stuff like that, or we're collecting monetary gifts. And then with that, my husband and I are going shopping. And then the past 2 years, we've dropped it off at Pacific Gardens down in Chicago. That was the homeless shelter that my son stayed at for quite a while. And I was always thankful to them. They got him into classes with the Lord, and it was a good time in his life, in our life, and we saw him progressing, and it was good. So this year, as hard as it is with this epidemic that's going on, I still want to do something for my son. I still will, whether people are going to help or not. There's still people out there that need us and need these things. So I'm going to get together whatever I can, and I'm going to make these donations to places in McHenry County. I'm not quite sure where yet, Carole. You and I will discuss what places we think we should donate to or who needs it right now. But I'm going to continue doing this for Jimmy. And it's just, that's how I can keep him with me.
Well, and the holidays are such a hard time, right? When you've lost a family member, especially somebody like a son, I can't even fathom that. And the
then
fact
his birthday is December 11th. So his birthday and then Christmas. But, there's a few distractions in there because my first granddaughter was born December 12th.
Oh, wow.
So as much as I'll mourn him on the 11th, on the 12th, it's like, hey, we got the baby day.
That's great.
That's really nice.
Great.
Good.
That's great. Well, Julie, you talked about Jimmy's Project, and I guess what I would like to know is if people that are listening today or in the future are interested in making a donation towards that, are you looking for the socks and the underwear and the undergarments, or are you really looking for, some cash donations so you can then go buy the items that are needed? What works for you?
I was kind of leaving it up to everybody. I know when you're out shopping, you don't always think about, Julie from work needs socks and underwear for Jimmy's Project.
Yeah.
So it's not always on people's list to go and buy that stuff. If you have it at your house, or if you do go out and shop and buy it, great. I'll swing by, I'll pick it up from you, or people that live in the area here can drop it at just.com. Or if they want to just donate some money to us. See, I'm trying to think if I should just open up a link to where people can donate to, or I'm kind of, again, off guard this year because of this pandemic. I just haven't given it too much thought. But the more I think about it, there's people out there that need this stuff, and I have to do this.
Yeah.
I have to do it. So either way, anybody can reach out to me, and I'll be happy to go shopping with them, or
they could have it maybe sent to you.
Yes.
Or to dis.com or something that maybe could be an option through like a
Yeah.
store or something. Okay.
Right.
Well, count me in. I know last year I just went to, when I was out to TJ Maxx even, I think, and got a bunch of stuff and dropped it off. So I would love to do that. And I know so many people will.
We could also say, just thinking about, safety and everything is, like I could have a Rubbermaid tub and we could put Jimmy's project on it and have one at disc outside by your front door and one by the United Way front door, which were virtually next to each other. And then Julie, before you wrap things up, you can just come over and pick up the bin. Like no one's going to steal it. Right. And if they need socks and underwear that bad, then they probably should take it. Right. And so we can certainly do that. I know I want to make a contribution to it. I think last year I just gave you some money because I said, you go ahead and buy what you want and you can just truck it in your vehicle when you're done shopping. And so I'll make that commitment again to you. And
thank you.
And to be able to honor
last year, my husband and I took all the cash and we went to Target and we just had a cart overflowing with
that's awesome
t-shirts and stuff from little boys stuff all the way up to like 4X just. And the socks, oh my God, the socks that people donated and all the warm stuff. And then my husband, even at the last minute, there was at Menards, he saw hats. Like there's a 3-pack of hats and gloves and stuff. And he was just like throwing them in the cart. And you just get inspired.
You do.
Because you don't realize the people out there that need something so little, But we're here
and I think this time of year especially, it's just kind of meant to be because people are looking to do something. And I had somebody reach out, a family member who said, hey, I want to help support somebody who could use a Thanksgiving dinner. Can you point me in the direction? So people are looking and this opportunity is great. And I know so many people in our comments are saying, count me in. So I think it was perfect. And we'll drop a link or something in there. And then once you get all your fun stuff, take a picture and we'll put it up and we'll show everybody the power of, the Jimmy Project. And I think you bring up a good point too, is that hopefully, if I'm hearing you right, is United Way is really about accessing resources. And so we unite people to resources. So we fundraise for 33 nonprofits, run all kinds of different programs in different impact areas. It's all local. But when you have a need, we are a great place, and we want to be known as that place of people who can reach out and say, here's what I need. And we can easily say, great, we've got an answer for you or a resource for you or somewhere for you to call because we're connected to so many organizations. And that's what I think is a beautiful thing. And a lot of these organizations are connected within each other too. So they work with each other to make things happen for people in need. And so that's the beauty of United Way, I think. And when you ever need anything, we're happy to offer suggestions and help. And our 211 community helpline or the crisis line for people. That's what our United Way is fabulous at. And I think unparalleled in. We have a pulse on the needs in McHenry County.
Yep. And there's is it like 1 in 4 are struggling right at the moment with mental illness? I mean, even myself, it's hard. I have to make a choice every morning whether I want to get out of bed or whether I want to put my head under the pillow. I mean, it's getting worse with this pandemic. And it's just crazy the amount of people that are feeling this. So, and it's okay not to feel good right now with everything the world's going through. So again, if anybody needs help, just reach out. We're a phone call away, a link away, a click away.
Yeah.
We're there to help out. And that's what I like about United Way is they helped me out and I never, ever forgot it. And now I just want to pay it forward and help who I can in this great community.
Julie, one thing that you shared that I love, and this kind of ties back to what Heather said about, when you have a need, you need to reach out, and we're just a phone call away, a click away, there's so many opportunities to unite to resources. And the need for you wasn't just your son's need, right? He needed help, and you were able to get him into a recovery facility at that time when you really needed him to get the help, and he was ready for it, right? But then there's your family who has struggled, at that time, and you're still dealing with that. And and it may even be heightened now because of the pandemic and what you're going through. And we never know when those triggers are going to happen. And the holidays, especially, I know for myself, I'm coming upon Thanksgiving, and this is the first year that both my parents will be
Your
gone.
parents, yeah.
And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it just being my husband and I. And I'm not sad that we have to be home alone together, because it's okay. And when I think about the services that you received, it helped your family become whole again.
Yep.
And it's never going to be perfect, right? There's always going to be a missing piece because Jimmy's not here. But that's what these resources and these services are meant to do, is to help you. So, Jimmy got help and support from the organization that he was able to go to for recovery from his addiction. And then you were able to get counseling and support for you and your family, your husband, your grandchildren, your kids, whoever, the extended family. And that's what this is all about. And the United Way, being able to raise money and invest it locally in the community to continue these services is so important, which is why this year, especially with the pandemic and the fact that we know these nonprofits are struggling because their fundraisers have all been cut down. They can't host any of these events. The funding is going to be reduced. And when funding's reduced, when you cut money out of a budget, it ultimately impacts the services. And those are the services that are going to help people like a Jimmy and a Julie and a Heather and a Carole. And without those services, where do people turn? They may not have a place to turn. And that's why it's so critical for us to be raising money. And we're encouraging people this year, especially, to give their best gift. If you're listening today and you're working and you haven't really financially been impacted in the midst of this pandemic, then what can we do to help you be inspired? And I think Julie's story is an excellent example of that. Yes, we can give some dollars to help buy undergarments to help somebody else who doesn't have that, but we can also give additional dollars that can be reinvested in so many services that are going to impact the homeless and women and children, and help people with mental health needs and additional support services throughout the next 12 months that are going to be more critical than ever, especially in this moment. So I wanted to share that. And then, Julie, you also touched on the mental health and your own mental health right now. It isn't even about your family. It's about what we're dealing with. And our staff has been feeling that same way. And, I had a call the other day with someone who, it was Denise Barr from District 47, and they just kicked their United Way campaign off this week. And when I called her, we were just having a quick call to check in on their campaign. I just asked her, I'm like, how are you? You're working in a school district. You have all these employees who are working remotely, or they're working in the district and they're in their classrooms, but the children are remote. And how is this impacting your team? And so we had a long discussion around that. And I said to her, I'm struggling sometimes just to get through the day. And she said, oh my gosh, you are? She goes, that's how I feel at times. And we both were just talking about that.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we see each other on Facebook, or we're posting stuff and it's like, oh, everybody's smiling and happy. But the reality is we're not. We are struggling, and nobody is alone. And we're there to support each other through this time, wherever you are with whatever's going on. So anyway.
And $5 Fridays, I mean, $5 goes a long way. We know that.
Yes.
So don't forget, everybody, text 44321 today.
Yay, thank you, Julie.
Well, and then we collectively raise all these dollars, right? So if we raise $200 today and $200 next Friday, and we keep raising all these monies that come into the United Way, and those dollars then get reinvested next year. I mean, it comes into like $1 million plus, and we don't even realize it, but it's just $5, $5. I've made it my mission this last couple of weeks to be making donations to anybody's Facebook fundraisers that are supporting the United Way. And I see Patrick White's on the call, and Heather's got one going, and Heidi's got one going. And so I was like, I just kept pushing it out there. I made one for Becky Kirchner, who's a board member, for her birthday fundraiser. I did that because I wanted people in the network who are watching to see, oh, Carole Peters also gives to the United Way. Well, of course we do, right? Like we want to invest in the community just as much as we want the community to choose to make that best gift. So anyway, hoping to inspire other people to give where they live because
Yeah.
it's so important and so needed.
Well,
Awesome.
thank you so much, Julie, for sharing your story. So many people, you have to go through and read all the cute comments
I
and,
know.
feeling,
Yeah.
hopefully you feel some extra love today.
Here, I'm sending you love big
Virtual hug,
time.
Patrick.
Virtual hug, that's right. Oh, gosh, my daughter's teacher is always like fist bumps or, pinkies or something fun. So I just want to keep in mind too, to let everybody know our next show is December 4th. So Carole and I do these the first and third week Fridays of the month. So we're going to hit the Thanksgiving. We'll go past Giving Tuesday and we'll come that week of December 4th. So don't forget too,
Awesome.
after you hear Julie's story today and you want to give to Jimmy's Project, we'll put information in the comments, as well as if you want to text your gift today. You can be on this sleigh ride.
Sweet.
Woo! Love it, love it.
Sleigh ride. Who doesn't need that fun sign for their donation?
Right.
And we'll deliver that to your front porch just in time for the holidays.
Perfect.
And with that, anything else? Otherwise, we can just say Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
everybody.
Oh my gosh.
Thankful this year. I'm going to hold up my mug one more time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks for having me on.
Year, we're just counting our blessings, I guess, of what we can control.
Thank
Love
you.
it.
We should have said what our favorite, let's go around quick. What's our favorite Thanksgiving eat? Like if you only had, we did this last night at my house. If you only had one thing you could have, what would it be? And then we'll sign off.
Oh, mine, mashed potatoes.
Oh, that's me too.
Do you like it with butter or gravy?
Gravy. Yeah. Cheers to that.
Yeah.
I got one side that likes gravy, one side that likes butter. We're all good.
Oh my gosh. Heather, what's your favorite thing?
I would be mashed potatoes. I've never met a potato or a meatball I didn't like.
Oh, you got it. Yeah.
Oh my
I'll eat any potato. I don't care. I love it. If I had that was like my island. If I was on an island, I had one food, that would be it.
I would learn to grow my own potatoes.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So I will tell you, I dislike potatoes. Like I don't dislike them. I just don't, it's one way or the other. I'm like, whatever. I want the stuffing with gravy, but I want the stuffing that's been stuffed in the bird that you scoop out and it's really moist and whatever.
See,
And
nice
they don't let you do that anymore because it's dangerous
Yeah, it's
or
not
what?
good. I don't know.
I don't know. We still do it, right?
I put mine in the oven and I don't worry about it. But
Yeah.
what I've made my stuffing and I've even used stovetop stuffing. It
Yeah.
doesn't even matter, right? As long as there's gravy on it, man, I am in heaven. I could have stuffing like every day for the rest of my life.
Well, here's the stuffing.
Here's
Here's to stuffing and mashed potatoes. Woohoo! Well, and
you know
then
what? I'm saying you ladies stay on because we are going to take a picture for this. But thank you to everybody. Donate today, United Way, and underwear, t-shirts, socks to Jimmy's Project. We appreciate you all. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.